That's right. It's your industry. It's your station. But it's my show. This is Nightcap with Hecubus. Bunker time right now is 5:16, and we have a very special guest coming on the show this evening. Are you there, sir?
I'm here. Yeah.
All right, perfect. I always like to make sure, before I introduce somebody. So we have Mr. Brian Schwartz here with and now your handle on Instagram is I Want to Mow Your Lawn. Is that the name of the nonprofit as well, or is it different?
The name of the nonprofit is I Want to Mow Your Lawn, Inc.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I got that correct right off the bat because I didn't want any confusion there. So I thought it was the same, but just in case.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you taking the time.
No, yeah, I appreciate you reaching out. Definitely. Sounds like a really cool station and niche you got going. So very interesting.
Yeah, it's all about, all about the green industry, man. So and you're right in the thick of it.
Yeah. Especially this year.
Right. Exactly. So can you, take a minute to kind of explain, kind of give the listeners a little bit about your background, kind of how you got into what's happening here with I Want to Mow Your Lawn.
Yeah. So this past summer, I was working for a digital advertising agency in New York City. I live in New Jersey with my wife and our newborn son. And I was laid off at the just kind of put two and two together. At the time I was thinking about my grandfather and seeing everything that's going on in the news, and just got tired of seeing all the bad news and hearing about like seniors being vulnerable, and just decided to do something good, do something different, get out. And, I, first put out like an ad on a mobile app, and I'm realizing, wanting to help out senior citizens are not as technically savvy. So I sent out a press release, just like a local newspaper, to get the word out and not have to spend on advertising.
Yeah, sure.
And it kind of just like blew up from there. Like other media outlets started to pick it up. I guess the story was just good timing with everything going on with the pandemic and seniors and being kind of like a social distant activity. I'm realizing, a lot of seniors are on fixed income and people are looking out for their finances. So it only made sense to kind of just like set up a website where people can kind of like read more, set up a Facebook page and got, all kinds of different stories posted up there. And as word got out and, more news stories picked it up, heard from some volunteers in the area. And yeah, it's kind of, blew up from there. I had people from Florida, volunteers from Illinois, a couple people from Houston, and you even got a news story featuring one of the volunteers in Houston, a mother of two that was laid off. So a lot of people that, some that were like recently laid off and inspired by the story, just wanting to help out and do something good during this crazy time, and others that are actually still working full time and just helping out on the weekends. And, a couple of landscaping companies that actually reached out and just wanting to give back when they find some time. I know that they have a business to run, but just a good feeling just to get out and help people that just really can't afford to have regular landscaping work done.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the cool part about it, is that it's all about helping others, the basis of it. And then the fact that you've got more people coming on to, to help out with this. And so just to recap, for those of you who are just tuning in, we are talking with Brian Schwartz from I Want to Mow Your Lawn, or as in the LLC, or I mean the nonprofit side of it, it is I Want to Mow Your Lawn Incorporated. If you're looking for more information on him, but he's going out and doing free landscaping for seniors, for the folks who are veterans, and then also for what's the word I'm looking for?
Also, disabled. Anyone that's disabled.
Thank you. I was trying to remember which one I hadn't said. I'm all in a kerfuffle at the moment because I just switched gears on that. So sorry about that. Yeah. So, and you have a whole lot of people that are joining in on this. Like, this is becoming more than just you. I mean, you've got people. Are they contacting you directly, or do you have some way of like people can sign up for this?
Yeah, so I posted up, different sections of the website where folks can get involved. I have a volunteer section, and I posted up an online sign up form where anyone can fill out some information that they have available, whether they're, individual volunteers up to, actual landscaping companies that are looking just to help out in their spare time. I believe in putting in some good into the universe, and eventually it all comes back. And, and just to like provide some, assurance to clients, I partnered up with a a background check company.
Oh,
To
okay.
help not only with like the onboarding of volunteers, but also provides assurance to clients that they're in good hands.
Nice. That's a good
So
way to
yeah,
do it.
got all kinds of like just living on demand. You can't really map out 5 years from now. So, but I
Right.
feel like I'm on to something. It's like I don't want just like the 15 minutes of fame like with this one story. So I figure with all this media coverage, I feel I can convert it into something and provide a platform for others that just want to help out in some capacity.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're based out of New Jersey, right?
I'm in North New Jersey. Yes.
Okay. And now how far do you personally travel as far as what you've been doing with this? How
Yes. So like when I first got started, I've been offering 4 different counties, and it's pretty much like a radius of about 20 miles. I've had others that were a little bit out of coverage area, depending on their story. Like for instance, there's one county that was a little bit out of coverage, but we decided to make the trek, understanding the story. This lady, she heard about us on the radio, and she's 84 years old, and to my understanding, she had some landscaping companies come by quoting her $700 up to $1,000. Mind you, like she's on a fixed income, 84 years old, and I guess like the neighbors like reported her just for having like overgrown things, and
oh, geez.
got like a court order or something. And the last thing you want to hear is about, like, especially now, it's an 84-year-old having to go to court for this. And so we just decided to make the trek down and help her out. It was a pretty big job. It was just weeds everywhere. And I think I might have gotten poison ivy out of it, even wearing long sleeves.
Good times. Good
itching
times.
as we speak. Yeah, but that's part of the job. But it feels good. She was thankful, and just the whole sell point to this is there's no strings attached. Kind of just on demand. We don't. There's been people that want to give us tips, and we say no, thank you, and it's just good feeling.
Nice.
We have a donation section. Over time, there's been people that have contributed, like for gas money, and now that it's like an official 501c3, it all goes back into the organization.
Sure.
We're looking into insurance. We're looking into trying to make it like as legitimate as possible. I got a trailer now that was donated, from a local medical facility so I was driving around my Jeep, lugging around stuff, and I had grass clippings all around and smelling my gas. So they helped out with the trailer and got some graphics on it, and so it's becoming more of like a thing.
Nice.
So,
and this when people are reaching out to you, you're doing this? Is it a one-time deal where you come in and you kind of like take care of their yard and then it's taken care of, or are they getting put onto a schedule? How does that part of it work?
It's all good questions. We're figuring this out as we go. I have a couple, once every 2 weeks Zoom meetings with, the people that are regularly involved, and we're trying to, figure out a system. Right now it's just kind of on demand. Like we'll
Gotcha.
we don't have them like we have like a CRM or whatever that, keeps people updated on like if they're new or existing or an appointment is scheduled. But we kind of just like wait for them to call on us to see if like they need anything. We haven't really like had like firm schedules, especially since it's free, and just wanted to help out people that are truly in need.
Yeah, for sure. And that's and now you have how many volunteers do you have at this point? Give or take.
Yeah, to date across the 4 states, New Jersey, New York, Illinois, and Texas, we have 12 volunteers. And across those states, we've helped out over 60 unique client lawns, and that's not including the repeats for those that either called back.
Yeah, sure. And this is how long? How long have you been doing this now?
I started solo back in. I got laid off. It was like early June, and my first client came around at the end of June.
Okay.
And so kind of blew up from there. I had like a couple other former colleagues of mine were laid off soon after me, and they were both actually like on board helping me out volunteering. One with like our social media channels, so she's helping out with like syndicating some things, and I have a lady now that's like doing some like kind of business development to find other like partners that would be open to doing some form of like senior citizen discount or like veteran discount.
Sure.
So we like, over time we establish trust with these clients, because you always hear about, for instance, senior citizens getting, taken advantage of or whatever. And last thing we want to do is do that. And you don't want to hear about your grandparents being taken advantage of.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So we establish trust, and eventually we want to onboard partners that they might ask us about services that we don't specialize in. So thinking out loud, there's other ways instead of just standard donations to kind of generate revenue for the company. If like a tree removal company ever wants to join, and they're open to offering exclusive senior citizen discounts, and maybe they can over time contribute like a percentage to the organization. So thinking about all kinds of different ways, kind of like monetize and see where it goes.
Yeah, it's definitely. Now, I mean, you've probably been asked this before, but standing where you are now, did you think that you would be here? A few months ago when you mowed that first lawn?
No, to be honest, I was just doing something out of the goodness of my heart and just wanted to fill my time. Like, I'm in parallel, like still honestly, like keeping my options open for a full-time job to figure out income replacement. Because right now, I'm taking a bit of a risk as well. I mean, thankfully, my wife is being supportive of everything. Like, she thinks I'm crazy, but also being supportive at the same time. Seeing all the clients being happy and super like thankful.
Sure.
With I mean, deep down, I would love I did this more of just a time filler, but I'm finding like true meaning in it. I really it'd be an amazing thing to actually be able to pay myself ethically if it becomes like an actual organization. But I'm not gonna keep my hopes up. I got to figure out how we're gonna be pay the mortgage over time.
Right. Yeah.
So just figuring things out as I go.
Well, it sounds like a wild ride for sure so far. And right now, as far as actually before I ask this question, you want to take a minute and tell people how they can find you on all the different places they need, if they know someone who'd be interested in your services?
Yeah. So, our website, first and foremost, is iwanttomowyourlawn.com. I actually just posted up, we had a professional video trailer put together, a connection being in the ad tech space. The guy I used to work with now runs a video production company, and he saw my story, and we put together this cool trailer that kind of tells the story from beginning to end and how people can get involved. So really thankful that they donated their time and services to help, bring it to life. But yeah, on the website, on the main page, there's a couple ways clients can get in touch. We have a phone number, we have email address, a Facebook page, an online contact form, and actually for the client side. And then we have a section again for volunteers and potential sponsors and other network referral partners.
Okay, awesome. And so everybody now, is this how? I mean, do you see this going? Possibly anyway, because obviously it's it's kind of you're flying by the seat of your pants at this point with everything that's happening. But do you see this going possibly nationwide? Is that something that you'd be interested in making happen?
100%. Yeah, I mean the fact that this Houston story picked up. I mean we had this one volunteer. She not only got an interview on ABC, but ABC TV, but she also got picked up by Southern Living Mag. So there's definitely some legs here in terms of, being able to, provide a platform, kind of like the go-to platform. I had, just going back to when I first got started, and a couple agencies out in New Jersey that cater to senior services specifically mentioned that there's not a go-to organization specifically for senior citizens. I mean, there's others, for instance, I'm speaking now, I actually working on a partnership with, there's a company called Project Evergreen.
Yeah.
They're a nonprofit organization specifically focused on helping out active duty military.
Oh yeah.
However, ours is anyone that's a veteran. So there's definitely some synergies. We're looking at those different ways to have clients come to us, but I definitely feel they're getting national leads and ready to, we have the platform and kind of the system and the name. So, I'm setting up these, volunteer profiles that have, custom emails and phone number extensions where, they can, promote themselves in a sense. So there's kind of
nice.
Some parallel promotions. Some of these volunteers will post up their own, advertisement, but we're also doing, contributing any of the donations that we receive back into advertising to the radius that they cover as well. So kind of duplicating our efforts.
Yeah, that's a great way
But
to do it.
definitely,
Well, and Project Evergreen is a great. They're actually one of our sponsors here at the station, so
oh,
we
so
work
cool.
with
Yeah, I
them
spoke with
quite often.
cool. Yeah, I spoke with Cindy, like the
Yes.
executive director there. She's really nice lady, and definitely looking forward to continuing conversations.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Project Evergreen because I was actually going to mention it to you tonight, as far
Yeah,
because we hadn't talked about that yet, and I was like, man, these guys would be great to partner up with Project Evergreen because it's
100%.
they're right on the
They
same
got a
thing.
great
So
system in place. Can
yeah,
definitely learn, and like we can be like synergistic partners in a way. The more
exactly.
people we can help, the better.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the way it goes through. Now with the folks that you have that are volunteering, because like you said, I mean, you were doing not you weren't doing landscaping before you started into this. You weren't like, hey, I'm just going to start doing my landscaping gig for free, for seniors and everything. What are the other? Have you had like landscaping companies jump on board with this so far, or is it still at the point where it's like these volunteers that are looking for ways to help or a
Yeah, I got a
combination?
couple. I do have a couple landscaping companies on board that have been active. One of my advisors actually is Rich. He owns and operates this company for 40 plus years called CLC Landscape Design. I actually just posted to the most recent post on our Instagram feed. You can read more about them. I tagged them. They specialize in landscape. They were part of, we had an NJ.com feature, and they were part of like the video segment with me. So
Oh, okay,
absolutely
yeah,
definitely looking to like work with more landscaping partners. I mean, there's only so much that us individuals we're not experts, but just want to help out and get a workout in. But
right,
yeah, we like relying on their expertise
yeah.
and connections. So yeah,
So now
learning a lot.
at this time, what all services do you guys? Because I know you were talking about, like you mentioned, the arborist, getting some arborists into the mix and everything like that. What kind of services are you offering at this time?
So we're doing everything from lawn mowing, leaf cleanup and removal, trimming, edging. As late as today, I helped cut down small little branches from a lady's yard. But that's pretty much the gist of it. We have, being up in New Jersey, actually, similarly going to be branching into snow removal.
That was my next question.
And I know Project Evergreen has their snow removal as well. And, I have a separate domain that I have all booked up. So looking to kind of like piggyback off the recent success. I have a local bank. I'm going to be, I think, part of their like ribbon cutting ceremony. They'll be gifting me a snowblower. It's kind of smart.
Oh,
It's
nice.
like free marketing, and
Yeah,
see where it goes. I know it's a little different from lawn care, and some people won't be able to, just liability purposes. So I have to figure that part out as well.
sure. Yeah, just the little things.
Yeah.
So many little parts of it. So what when you have you're what 5-6 months into this thing. Yeah, about 6 months into this. What keeps you motivated to do it? I mean, obviously helping the people, but has the motivation changed? Has it, did it start out as, hey, I want to do something good, to now it's, hey, I want to help everyone help each other to do good? Or, like, where are you at right now with that part of it?
Yeah, no, all good questions. I receive like some letters, like real like mail from people that come across the story over time. Like I've always wanted to inspire others, and I never thought I could at this magnitude. And just knowing that I'm like reaching people like out of like not just my region. Like I'll receive a letter. Got a letter from a lady from like Illinois. Like I don't know what she's been through, and the fact that like she found some form of inspiration in the story, like made like it inspiring me to keep going. Like it's like a feeling that I was hoping to scale, not just for myself, but give others the platform to kind of feel that way too. Like it's a feeling you can't explain. Like when you go to these people's homes that are in sincere need, and you do the work, and they're just saying thank you. It's a feeling you can't explain. So I'm hoping to help scale that feeling in a sense, and that's just, I guess, where I'm at. That it kind of answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. And What's your favorite thing to do? I mean, is it mowing lawns? Is it string trimming? Like, do you have a favorite thing that you've picked up to do? Since you've been doing this, you're like, yeah, that's the one I like to do most so far.
The specific task.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the lawn mowing more than anything. Just, I mean, I have a Craftsman, I have a Troy built. A couple people have donated some other fun little gadgets. I actually just learned how to do some, actual like trimming of bushes with a recently donated tool. I think it was like an Echo or something, and
Okay.
it's fun. It's cool. Yeah, learning a lot.
Yeah, I'm always curious. I mean, my personal favorite is because I work as a landscaper during the daytime, and one of my favorites is always just pruning shrubs. Like I just like bringing them back into shape, and those kind of things. That's always kind of my favorite.
Yeah,
my favorite thing.
Yeah. I feel like Edward Scissorhands.
Right. That was going to be my plan for this actually the year before last. I was planning on dressing up as Edward Scissorhands at work because there's a main thoroughfare on the other side of where I work. Because I'm a groundskeeper for some cabins, and there's a big long fence line along this thoroughfare with some big shrubbery, and so I was going to stand out there, but it didn't work out in time. And then of course this year it was like, well, nobody's really around much. Things have kind of slowed down a little, so I decided to hold off until hopefully next year, but it's still in the works. Yeah. It's going to happen.
Nice. I can see that. That's funny.
It's going to happen for sure. So what are you in, as far, would you say like is in need of most at the moment, other than obviously, donations to help, things rolling and stuff like that. But if, are you looking for more people in more states? Are you looking for specific talents to be able to kind of help you grow?
Yeah, no. Our strong, like making a really strong push right now to get more, not volunteers, whether they are individuals, landscaping companies, anyone that has the tools and equipment. I feel like there's so much that can be done together, and if more landscapers are on board. Because I mean, getting the clients is the easy part now. The names out there. Like talking like advertising speak with like search engines. Like I'm setting up these profiles and. The more, there's been over 300 media mentions. So I think like we have like the marketing in terms of like for the on the client side.
Sure.
But I need the back end. Like this is the only way to make it sustainable is having more people on board that, have the equipment and willing to, just whether it's a couple miles away or 15, 20 miles, whatever they can do. If it's just one lawn a month, one lawn a year, it makes a huge difference.
And now somebody goes on to, I want to mow your lawn.com and they want to volunteer for that. Is it a spreadsheet, or I mean, not a spreadsheet, but like a form that they fill out where all of that is, they can fill all that information in as far as how far they want, they're willing to travel and those kind of things?
Yeah. There's the form on the volunteer section where they can, upload the types of equipment they have. They can add the radius that they'd be willing to service. They can upload photos if they're comfortable with showcasing their beautiful smiles. They can add their hours of availability, whether it's just on the weekends or a specific day or time. Also, some fun facts just to contribute to some content that people are interested. And, have like a little leaderboard that's kind of just adds a little fun competition to see how many lawns people have mowed. And I'm getting, I'm also speaking to like a web development company to make it more of like an automated, platform in a sense. So, anyone, if someone enters a specific radius, clients will be able to find like anyone that's available in their area.
Gotcha.
So that's like vision, trying to make a reality.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like, I know that, because this is crazy. I mean, doing all this in basically less than 6 months, and having, rocketing to where you are right now with all the other coverage and everything else. I mean, I can't even imagine the to-do list that you have in front of you.
It's extensive. It's I guess a matter of prioritization. I mean, definitely, and not just, having more people on board that have the experience, definitely, we get on these Zoom calls, once every 2 weeks. And, we're discussing all kinds of areas, like in terms of business development and infrastructure. So if anyone else wants, is not just if anyone isn't able-bodied, still looking to, I have like clients right now, actually, a couple people. I have a lady that I helped out with her lawn. She actually was formerly a content writer, so she's helping put together some, tweak some of our language. So anyone that wants to get involved, even if they're just not, they don't have the equipment, they can still join us when it comes to strategy and other outreaching plans.
Perfect. Yeah. So they can jump on and help out, and it doesn't have to be a physical thing. So if you're out there listening, and
it doesn't have to be physical.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to help. However you want to help. Yeah. You can take it over. Right. Well, and we definitely need to, you and I need to definitely talk more after this evening, and because Turfs Up Radio is all about helping out people, and obviously that's part of the reason why we joined forces with Project Evergreen. So we definitely need to help you guys out and help get the word out there too, because it's it's a phenomenal thing you guys are doing. I mean, it's to go from where you decided that hey, I've got time, I can help somebody out, and now all of a sudden you've got more people going on. It's 4 states, right? 4 states. You're
4 states.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no fit.
Just that's and that's how it starts. That's how it always has to start somewhere. But that's the spread that you have so far, and the amount of people willing to show. I mean, it's things like that really that I love to hear about, because that's what shows that humanity's still out there. We're still kicking. We're still people are still out there to help.
There is I mean, most people are good. So
yeah, absolutely.
Just trying to shine.
Well, now we're almost out of time here, but I want to make sure that everyone gets another chance to figure out where to find you. So if you want to go over that part one more time, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, if you want to get involved or read more about what we have going on, just go to iwanttomowyourlawn.com. A few different areas to read more into, and follow our momentum, MOW.
Perfect. Yeah. I see what you did there.
Yeah, you see that? Cool. Right?
Perfect.
But yeah, that's all. Yeah, just, check out our website and send on over whatever you got, and see what we can do to get you set up and working together.
Yeah, and they can also follow you on. You have an Instagram. By the same name. I want to mow your lawn. So I want to make sure.
Yeah, we have. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, testing out Twitch and TikTok and Pinterest and LinkedIn. So all kinds of social channels going.
What, you mean you don't have them already up and running? Come on, man.
Yeah, just doing what we can and get the word out.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Well, Brian, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all your volunteers and everything they're doing. This is not the last time that you were on the show for sure, and we need to get you, you as well as some of your other volunteers and everything. We need to set up some times for you guys to have some time on some of the other shows as well during the daytime and things like that. No, definitely. To help spread the word and awesome. Work that out, and we'll definitely work on getting some links on our website for people to be able to connect with you guys. So because it's
vice versa, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, everything you guys are doing is exactly what we're here for. We always say our tagline is your industry, your station, but it truly is. For everyone out there that is listening right now, it's things like this is why we're here. It's what we all do. All of the contributors that work for the station are all guys that are out there doing this stuff every day, and we always love being able to find ways to help out and promote guys that are doing stuff like you and all your volunteers.
Can't thank you enough. Really appreciate it.
I absolutely appreciate you taking the time to come on, man, for sure. I know you're working hard every day, so.
Yeah, my hands are killing me, but it's all good. It feels good to help out. So Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Well, we'll talk to you very soon. Like I said, I'll follow up with you later on, and we'll get some things going with the station and do some partnering up with that stuff to get you more promotions.
Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much. We'll have a good night, Brand, and soak those hands in some Epsom salt. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Be well.
You too. Bye.
Thanks.
All right, brothers and sisters, that was Brian Schwartz from I Want to Mow Your Lawn. Check him out at iwanttomowyourlawn.com and all the other platforms.